So there's a new Mario movie coming out. Someone told me to watch the first Mario movie, and I didn't believe that it was going to be good because of the way Hollywood has started making their movies lately. But I gave it a chance, and this movie sucked. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break down some of the pitfalls of the Mario movie in expectation that the second Mario movie is going to be worse. So the main problem of the movie is the feminism. I know. But since no one else has been breaking it down, so let's get started. So a common theme you're going to see is the constant effort to strip Princess Peach of her femininity. It's interesting that the one aspect of the Mario movie they kept intact was that Bowser wants to steal Princess Peach. It's the entire original story. That Mario is in this world trying to rescue Princess Peach. Nobody had a problem with it. There was no feminist mad that a woman would need to be rescued. But, you know, in case you didn't know, you have to understand this is one of the things that modern feminists are upset about, is a woman that needs to be saved. All right? No, reasonable people never cared, okay? But they've taken over, so here we are. The original story, Mario would fight his way through all of the levels and would make his way into the castle and would defeat the Bowser inside the castle, and then would find out that she's not in that castle, she's in another castle, yada yada. He keeps doing it. Eventually he rescues her. Basically, the entire premise was that he was saving the princess. Okay, well, so you have this movie where there's the constant effort to make her not dependent or not needing any help. In fact, they go out of their way to make her better than him in every way.
We're not leaving without your army.
Who is this guy? Oh, he makes me laugh.
If you're thinking critically, you'll realize the way Mario is portrayed in this movie, Princess Peach is actually being forced to put up with his presence. She doesn't need him, but the movie's called Mario, so she's like putting up with him being there. That's how inferior he is to her in this movie.
He will stop.
Who's he?
He's not important.
And so here we have a scene where she goes through the obstacle course without any issue, right? And then we're going to watch Mario, and he does a montage, you know, where we're supposed to see him improve. But notice how at the end of the scene, he never ever successfully finished the obstacle course, ever. And then we have this scene.
We have a long journey ahead of us, Mustache.
But I didn't make it.
You almost did. No one gets it right away.
How many tries did it take you?
Oh, so many. I was not good at it. Worse than you.
You got it right away, didn't you?
I got it right away, but...
She's going to tell him, well, you did good. I understand that you did good, you stupid, weak little man. You're supposed to be the hero of the story, but, you know, you did the best. You tried, you know? And then they write this other line where, you know, you did it your first try. Yeah, I did it my first try. We're all sick of this type of feminist rhetoric. We're not seeing women beating anybody. Women don't go to war. All right? They're out here and they believe this stuff. They're going out in bars, picking fights. Dudes are over here sick of it, hooking them up. It goes on and on. They think that they can beat up men, and we're just, it's not entertaining for us. It's now at the point where we're irritated with it. All right? Where are the feminine women anymore? Like, all right, so, you know, the soccer games where the professional female athletes do a pickup game against teenage boys and lose hard, like all the way. That's our reality, is what we're still watching the actual differences in men and women. But when you watch these movies, the rhetoric that men are inferior is constant. This is a Mario movie. So that actually brings up another point. So during the development of the movie, Nintendo, they wanted actually to make Princess Peach more dominant than she already is. Which, if you watch this, she's the most dominant character you could have possibly come up with. And they actually wanted to do more. But Nintendo, this being a Mario movie, Nintendo forced them to dial back some of the empowered Princess Peach action and let Mario have more screen time. Let him be a hero a little more, because this is Mario. This is their cash cow. This is their money maker. This is why people are showing up. If they had made a Princess Peach movie, not nearly the amount of people would have showed up, because this is the franchise that we all grew up with. All right? So these people are sick. The way that they use this character to get you in the door, only to belittle him and make him inferior. This isn't even a story of him saving the princess at all. This is a story of him saving his brother. And they have scenes where he's made to look like a damsel. And there are Luigi fans out here. I don't know the mindset of a Luigi fan. I don't know what makes him like specifically appealing to his fans, but I do know that, you know, with Luigi's Mansion, he plays kind of a scared person. He still got the job done at the end of the day. So he does have his fan base, but to make him into like a damsel, I was not into that. Now, if we're being really honest here, this movie did not need to have Donkey Kong in it. Okay? They were really trying hard to pull at your nostalgia to put Donkey Kong in this movie. Donkey Kong is originally a villain from the very first Mario game. Mario was originally called Jumpman. But they departed into their own lanes, made their own games. Donkey Kong has his own fan base. But they put him in this movie, okay. So they needed to make him look strong. That's fine. I don't really have an issue with that. I just definitely realized they didn't need to put him in this movie. If Donkey Kong had to fight Princess Peach for any reason, this fight would have been over in 5 seconds. Just so you know. But as he's looking strong and he's beating up Mario, once again, they have no problem making Mario look weak. Then they have him wear this cat suit. These people, there are these weird, like, furry kids that are clearly being exposed to stuff that they shouldn't be by bad parents. And it's twisting their minds. So they walk around pretending to be animals. And then they actually are so mentally twisted, they actually bully all of the other normal kids.
This is like after school or in the halls. They play fetch in the halls.
Why aren't the teachers or administrators doing anything about this?
They're too scared.
So are they wearing a mask every day?
Yes.
Yeah, I have scratch proof that they scratched me. Their parents have mental illnesses and they're giving it to their kids to believe that they can act like this when they're humans. They believe they're animals and they're not.
Okay.
Because liberals have such a soft spot for, like, degenerates, you're not allowed to say anything back to them. So that's what I see here. You have all of the power-ups that Mario has access to in the entire lore of Mario. And many of them would have given him a power set that he could use to fight a dominant opponent. But the one you landed on was a cat suit. Actual, like, OG Mario fans don't even recognize that suit. So to me, that was just a wink and a nod towards all these animal weirdos. It's a little rainbow adjacent to me. And I think that was 100% the goal. That he could have been Metal Mario. He could have been the Cape Mario. They teased you with the fire one. The only one he could get was the cat suit. So then he's going to only win by fighting like a cat? Okay. Oh, he's so cute. No. It's jarring to look at. And it's weird. You should have left that one out of this movie. Oof. I want to take a moment to talk about this little star character. It's voiced by a small child. And I'm really sick of these liberals in Hollywood and how they they've progressed to the point where they just take so much enjoyment out of destroying innocence and beauty and order. I mean, you know, like a story of a man doing everything to win a woman. That's like a tradition in storytelling. People can relate to it. It makes sense. So they tear that down. Well, another thing they tear down is innocence. A child shouldn't be saying the things that this star says in this movie. I don't find it entertaining. I find it disgusting that this little star would say such bleak things. You know, there was another movie, what was it called? Where I can't remember. They had these young boys playing in their parents' sex swing. And we're all supposed to be laughing and stuff. But I'm like, this is gross. Why do you people like taking the innocence of children? Who's laughing because you got like a little 4-year-old to pretend that death is inevitable? They shouldn't understand anything about this. They shouldn't hear it. But that fits the profile of people that would put this in a movie. You people are gross. And here we have Princess Peach at the wedding, where she saves herself. She starts passing out butt whoopings to everybody, all by herself. Who's interested in this? Why are we so obsessed with female empowerment? We've been pushing female empowerment for 20 years now. Is there ever going to be a time where women finally feel empowered and they don't require propaganda? Do you all not realize that you've left the boys behind? Do you know how this propaganda twists the minds of young men? You need men to become strong. You do. The entire reason I would even care to use this movie, to talk about this subject, it's being marketed towards the fans that grew up with it, and the fans that grew up with it have kids, and they want their kids to experience Mario like when they were young. So this is actually marketed towards your kids. So if you have daughters, you want your daughters to become marriageable. And they need to learn how to be the way that men would want them to be. Okay, so this movie is going to teach your daughters to be girl bosses. All right, so get ready for your daughters to become so difficult to deal with that you won't get grandkids. And your sons are going to be weak. And they're not going to understand their role among women. They're going to think that they're supposed to be working side by side with women, and women at any moment could step up and do the same thing that they're expected to do. Which actually disgusts women. Like, women will say they want to go 50-50 on a date, but as soon as you actually try to go 50-50 on a date, they're disgusted with you, right? Well, that's what this movie's doing. It's teaching your sons to think 50-50 mindset towards women, which makes women disgusted. All right, even though they say it, they don't actually want it. You just got to kind of let them say it. And only men that really understand women know not to really take it that serious. But here comes your son, who's going to be a little soy boy. He doesn't believe in himself because he's constantly saying girls do everything properly and the boys are always lagging behind. And he'll never believe in himself. All right, this is what you're exposing your sons to. The whole reason I'm talking about this is people don't think like this. People are innocent. They think that a movie is just entertainment, and they don't realize how this messaging works on a subconscious level towards your kids. That's what this movie is designed to do, is to make your daughters feminists and make your boys soy boys. And you will watch your bloodline end. You will watch everything that's making society break down. This is meant to double it down and enforce it. You will not have grandkids because they're busy learning these twisted perspectives on gender. Well, that's all I have. That's all I have for this video. I know the movie's old, but I'm just kind of laying the groundwork for these movie breakdowns. I know that I really hammered on the feminist stuff, but we're a society absolutely saturated in it. I want to point it out and explain why it's actually not normal. So we'll probably hear more about that in the future. Anyway, we'll see you next time.